Jane students, today we are going to discuss Unit 5 Balance of Payment. It's part 1 video. As per the syllabus, we have to study the balance of payment account, meaning and components, then balance of payments, deficit meaning, then foreign exchange rate, meaning of fixed and flexible rates and managed floating, then determination of exchange rate in a free market. So these are the concepts that are included in our syllabus. So in this chapter you have to study balance of payment. In this you have to study first the meaning of balance of payment. So here we can study it is a systematic record of all economic transactions between a country and of the rest of the world in an accounting year. So that's meant by what this balance of payment. So it's a systematic record of a transaction between a country and the rest of the world in an accounting year. So balance of payment records which and all aspects. It records all monetary transactions as exports and imports. So if we are having trade relationship between rest of the world, that is some other countries, so that has been recorded under this balance of payment. So it may be in all monetary transactions. So one nation's currency has been exchanged with the other nation's currencies. So that portion we are going to study. Features of balance of payment account means based on comprehensive approach. That is, it may be based on goods and services exchange approach, and also based on double entry approach. Double entry system approach means what? The credit and debit of a particular transactions have been entered in this account. So that's known as what? This double entry system. You may had studied it in accountancy, I think. So that's the second one. Next, a record of all economic transactions. Economic transactions means money transactions. So next is goods and service involved in the transactions. That is also recorded in the balance of payment account. Then final account. What is the final report? So that's another part of the account. So next you have to see what and all things are involved in BOP. So BOP involves two things. First one, we can say that it's a debit side and a credit side. We can say that in the debit side it's outflow of currency. That is, sometimes our Indian currency may be outflowing to other currency for the imports of their goods. So that's known as what? A debit side. And credit side means inflow of the their goods, and we have to inflow of their goods, and also it may be what are their services, and all may be said as this credit side. Credit side also means the transactions in money also. If other nation's currency is inflowing to our country, it is also known as what? This credit side. So it is having inflow of the other nation's currencies. So here in the debit side we can say that outflow of our currency. So that's known as debit side. And again we can divide it as capital account and current account for further knowing things. Next we can say that current account. Under current account we can say that the current account is the balance of payment records of all transactions between the residents of a country and the rest of the world, which do not cause any or change in the asset or liability. So if we are having the up-to-date transaction record, that is known as what? A current account. So if we are having transactions of goods and service, exports and imports of goods and exports and imports of services, then unilateral transactions and all comes under the current account. So goods, it may be export and import, and services it may also be export and import, And unilateral transactions means that things that have been transacted in a single way. That is, if a person is sitting abroad and we have to give some gift to our friends who is staying abroad, and we are they're just paying from our nation here, then the good is reaching there. So that's known as what, unilateral transaction. That is single way transaction. There is no what any double way transaction. So these may be calculated under this current account. Okay, so current account, in the credit side, we can say that the transactions that we have, that is export of goods and services. So when we export goods and services, they have to pay to us, so that is inflow of currency. If we are importing their currency, so we have to pay to them, so outflow of currency, our currency have been outflowed. So that is unilateral transactions also been included in this. That is, from abroad we are, somebody is paying to us or we are paying to abroad, so that also may be considered under this current transactions. So next may be said as capital account. We can say that under that the borrowings, the that is, it may be said as record of all transactions between the residents of the country which may create any change in the assets and liabilities, affects the assets and liabilities of the resident of the country or its government. So that's known as what, this affects the assets and liability of a country's uh, a country's records. So that's known as what, this capital account. So just see the components under current account and capital account. Under current account, as we had seen, it is export and import of goods like visible items, and then export and import of services like invisible items, then unilateral transfers. So these have been explained in detail in your textbook. Please read it out and understand. Next, we are studying the capital account. Under that, we know that under capital account, capital account is a record of all transactions between the residents of a country and rest of the world which cause a change in the assets of assets or liabilities of the residents of the country or its government. So it is causing some change, so that's known as what, a capital account. Under that, we can say that certain components are there. That is foreign investment, borrowings, portfolio investment, then NRI deposits, then banking capital, short term trade credit, then foreign institution investment. So these are known as what, some components. So in detail we can study. You can see it in your textbook or read it from there. So first one is foreign investment. So what is that? It refers to the purchase of all assets of the rest of the world, which gives full control of the buyer over the asset. So if somebody is buying something from other nation, if he is paying for that, or he is investing for that purpose, that is known as what, acquisition of a foreign country to our country. So that's known as the what, foreign direct investment. So for example, acquisition of a foreign firm by ITC Limited. So this investment is foreign direct investment, as it gives direct or full control of, to the Indian firm over this asset. So purchase of assets abroad, from abroad is recorded as a what, debit side, and sale of asset is from abroad is recorded under positive side of a BOP. So if our country's asset has been sold outside, so it's calculated as positive side or credit side. We are getting some what, money from there. So if a debit side means what, it's a negative side. Purchase of assets abroad is recorded as a debit side, which the money has been taken away from our country for the purchase. So it's known as what, a debit side. So this is if, for example, if a country in our nation is not working properly, or it is going to be dropped out, and somebody from abroad is taking over it. So and they are developing that what industry. So that's known as what, a foreign investment. So some foreign direct investment, that is some agency have been taking the uh, approach of that what industry. So that's known as foreign direct investment. So next is borrowings also, if in the needy time, if anyone wants some money, so it's maybe official transactions or private transactions. So it may also be known as what, a borrowings. Under this we can say that it will create what a reduction in the asset. Okay, so that's known as what, borrowings. Then it may be lendings also, lending as loans. So these affect assets and liabilities of the government entities or private sector, and also these affect the assets also of the government also. So next is portfolio investment. Portfolio investment, it refers to the purchase of an asset in the rest of the world, which does not give full control over the asset. So purchase of shares of a foreign firm by Tata Industry, purchase of shares of foreign firm in portfolio investment by Indian firm, as it gives only partial control over the asset. So if Tata Industries from our nation is going to the broad nation, and they are taking away the goods for the control over the goods or the industry. So what happened? They have to pay something to their nation to what taking away control over the industries. So that is they are not fully what pledging their industry to our Tata Industries. They may have to what have only partial control over the that industry. So that's known as portfolio investment. So under this, purchase of assets abroad is recorded under negative side or debit side, and sale of assets is recorded on positive credit side. So that's the same as the previous one. So next is NRI deposits. That is from abroad, some money has been deposited in our nation. So that's known as NRI deposit. It may change our what asset, and it will increase our assets. So it's a change. So next is short term trade credit. So that trade credit also been included under this capital. Next is foreign institutional investors. Some institutions from abroad is investing to our nation. So that's a foreign institutional investors. So that may also be calculated in the capital account. So the capital account is as we had studied earlier in government budget chapter. So the same may be included here also under capital account. That the components that are coming under that is almost the same. That is borrowings, investment, etc. So as a balance of payment, meaning we can say that payment is money in the form of foreign exchange or foreign currency. So if we are exchanging goods with India to other nations like Russia, Africa, then Australia, then another nations, that is Italy, etc. When we are exchanging goods, we are getting in return the foreign currency. So that is known as what, the exchange of currencies. That is, we are just getting from different sources, that is foreign currency received as a inflow, and inflow of as a result of selling of our goods, and this is in the marked under credit side. So this is marked under credit side, and to foreign when we are paying to other nation, it is in the form of foreign currency to other nations, so it uses outflow. So it is created as a outflow debit. It is entered under debit. Here inflow, it is entered under credit side. So here foreign currency paid by us. So they are only taking the foreign currency in that form. So balance is equal to credit minus debit. So that is how we are calculating or adjusting the equation. So as a definition we had studied earlier, it is a statement of accounts showing all economics or monetary transactions of a country with the rest of the world. So balance of payment, it is under payment account is under two side written. So it's under credit side and debit side. So from our nation sources, from our nation we are getting some inflow of foreign currency. So it's a sources from other nation we are getting, and we are giving the their currency outside by importing their goods. So two, we are using that. So that is known as outflow of foreign currency. So here sources means we are getting the foreign currency from outside by purchasing our goods. So we are getting, so inflow of foreign currency. Here outflow of foreign currency means what? We are importing their goods and we are transacting in the form of their currency. So that is known as outflow of foreign currency. So here balance, they are only taking their currency in terms of, so that is said there. So balance is equal to inflow minus outflow, that is known as net inflow. So if inflow is greater than outflow, it's known as surplus, and if inflow is less than outflow, it is deficit. So we are under deficit condition. So here inflow is greater, so it is surplus. So that is said here. So balance of payment account is included under following types of economic transaction, that is visible items, invisible items and transfers. So balance of payment account is on the basis of current account and capital account, as we had seen earlier. Under current account we had seen that is there is two sides, that is credit and debit. So under credit we are taking into account the money inflown to our nations, and outflow of currency means our currency, or we are giving our currency to other nation, we are giving in terms of taking, they are taking in terms of their currency. So that's the inflow and outflow. So here visible items we can see what and all that are visible to us, that is in the form of goods, that is known as visible item. Invisible item, you know that services that we are giving and they are giving to us, that is not seen, so that's known as invisible items. Then transfer payments, so gifts given by us to them and also fees paid, that is known as transfers. Then their gift to us, that is also concluded under transfers. Then we have seen that it is balance of payment is divided into two, that is current account and capital account. Under current account it is said that it records receipts and payments of foreign exchange on account of such transactions which do not impact assets liability status of our country in relation with the rest of the world. So that is does not affect any assets and liability of the country. So that's known as what of current account. It's entered under current account, and under capital account the valuation that is entered is which it records receipts and payments of a foreign exchange of on accounts of such transactions which causes an impact on assets and liability status of a country in relation with the rest of the world. So that is taken under records of capital account. So this is the balance of payment account. So under current account BOP we are seeing credit and debit side. Under credit side, exports of goods are entered, export of services and factor services and non-factor services and unilateral transfers are entered. So it's an inflow side, and in the outflow side we are seeing debit, that is import of goods, imports of services, then factor services, non-factor services, and then unilateral transactions and all are seen here. So we had seen the components also. So trade balance or balance of trade is known as what? Import of goods in the form of visible items. We are telling as a word is used is balance of trade or trade balance. So that is by export and import of goods, that is known as what? A trade balance or balance of trade. So next, if inflow is greater than outflow, it's positive balance in the current account of our side, that is domestic country side. So in India, if inflow is greater than outflow, so it's under positive side, that is inflow is greater than outflow, then it's positive balance of a current account. So current account status is surplus. So if inflow, that is foreign currency in our nation, is increasing, that is we are exporting more goods, and the money that we get from abroad is higher, so it's a surplus account to us and it is positive side to us. Next, if inflow is less than outflow, so we are importing goods from other nations, and our currency inflow is what? Inflow is less than outflow. So our currency is flowing outside, so it's a negative side to us. So we are importing more goods or we are depending upon other nation. So it is affecting us. So it's a negative balance in current account. So current account deficit occurs. So hope you understood. So under components of a capital account, we can see foreign investments, borrowings, then other components and official reserves. So under borrowings, external commercial borrowings are included and external assistance are included. So when we are borrowing for commercial purposes, so our own purposes we are borrowing, or we are taking assistance of others, so that's known as what? Borrowing. It comes under borrowings. And under foreign investment, it is foreign direct investment, and it's a portfolio investment that comes. And other components are NRI, deposits, banking capital, then short term trade credit. Some banks may be having their creditor, so that's known as we have bank credit with other nations also, so that's known as what? Other components. Then official reserves, change in reserves of gold and foreign exchange with the central bank. So we are keeping one of the exchange of a good or one of the exchange that is considered is in the terms of gold. So we are keeping with us as reserve of gold. So that's one of the factor. Then we had seen this. So let's see under capital account balance of payment, we are seeing the borrowing from abroad, from the rest of the world, and we are calculating under credit side, that is inflow of account, inflow of that is currency. Then in the borrowing to rest of the world means we are borrowing, they are borrowing from us, so it's outflow of our currency, so that's known as what? Outflow. And here external commercial borrowings means what? In the terms of rate, market exchange rate, the borrowings have been fixed, the rate have been fixed, so that's known as what? External commercial borrowings. So from other nation we are taking it, that their currency, so it's an inflow, so that is settled in the credit side. And here in the debit side, the external commercial borrowings is the from our currency, it is going outside, so that's they are borrowing from us, so that's external commercial borrowings under debit side. So external assistance means what? Under this concessional rate than this rate, the exchange takes place, that is borrowings, loans have been given, so that's the inflow from the other nation we are taking loans. So here the from our nation they are taking loans, so that's an outflow. Then here investment from rest of the world, so in the foreign direct investment or foreign institutional investment. Some are investing in our nation, so that is in the inflow part. Then if we are investing outside, so that's in the outflow part. So next is other components of receipts. So other components here, if the official reserve is decreasing, we are entering under credit side, and if official reserve is increasing, we are entering under debit side. So we are taking their currency and reserving here, so it's in the what debit side, and they are taking our currency, and they are we are adjusting that, so that is under which credit side. So here, if inflow is greater than outflow, it's a positive balance of capital account. That is, capital account is surplus. So if our nation, their currency is inflowing to our nation, so it's a greater than outflow. It's in the positive side, we had seen earlier. So if inflow is less than outflow, then it is in the negative balance of payment, deficit side. So here it is showing the difference between current account BOP and capital account BOP. Here it in the current account, it records receipts and payments of foreign exchange on account of such transactions which do not impact assets and liability status of a country in relation to rest of the world. As you know, the we had studied earlier, and under capital account, it records receipts and payments of foreign exchange on account of such transactions which do impact on assets and liability status of a country in relation with to the other nation. So here borrowings and all takes place, so it is borrowings, investment, etc. takes place, so that in this account, so it is having asset and liability what impacts. So here it current account, it is a flow variable which has time dimension, so it is related to specific period of time. So here it is stock variable, it is measured at a point of time. So here it deals with payment for currently produced goods and services. So both transactions are entered in and gone. So its credit as well as debit side have been what tackled or adjusted and returned. So here it deals with the short term and long term internal transfers, movement of gold, etc. So here it has a direct influence on the level of balance of country, and here it does not have a direct influence on the level of balance of country. So hope you understood.